Hello and welcome to this short presentation for teachers and also for homeschoolers, educators, about coding in class. Power up your teaching with simple coding activities. Well, the aims and objectives of this presentation are to share hundreds of great coding activities which are free and which can be incorporated into traditional lessons. So in this workshop, we'll be demystifying coding, introducing you to a wealth of some coding activities which your students will love and which can be used by any classroom teacher. You don't need to be a computer science teacher. You can apply these into your regular lessons. Any educator can do it. So before we get started, what is coding? Well, quite simply, coding is telling the computer exactly what to do by giving it step-by-step instructions. And that's what we're going to be looking at, the basics of that, letting students understand that and run through that process, to empowering them to do it. Is it relevant to your students? It is. 21st century learners doesn't all need to be computer programmers, engineers, scientists, entrepreneurs, business owners, even teachers. Every adult and every child at the moment should have a basic understanding of computer science, so they understand how technology works. And they can also understand how to improve the technology around them to better meet their needs. What are the benefits of coding? There are so many benefits. It's just exercise for the brain. It's wonderful. It's 21st century skill, problem solving, collaboration, planning, logical thinking, mathematics skills, creativity, and also it's a lot of fun. Students engage in these activities. They don't even think they're learning. They think they're playing games, but they are learning a lot. Okay, the site which I would like to, I'm not paid by Code. I'm not endorsed by them, but I know they have lots and lots of wonderful resources, and they're completely free. So I would recommend people use those. There are other resources, but these are entirely free. You click on the link there, hourofcode.com/learn, and you will see lots of those activities. Scratch coding is also a brilliant resource for educators, although it's a little bit more tricky to get used to at first. So a good place, if you're new to teaching code, start with Hour of Code. Okay, the very basics of code, things that students will learn: commands, events, loops, and properties. And by going through the tutorials, you'll get a great understanding of those, and so will your child. Here are some of the ones which I would recommend, which my students have loved and they've learned a lot from, and I found very easy to run through in a lesson. Angry Birds, let's go back. Angry Birds, the students will learn how to give basic commands. They'll be problem solving. Code Monkey, they have some specific mathematics activities where the students need to measure and estimate. They also do some angle work, which is great. Frozen is also another brilliant one for mathematics teachers. Lots of angles, lots of loops. Very, very fun, very, very useful. Moana as well. We also have a lot of direction puzzles in that, which students found enjoyable. And it does test their mathematics abilities. Star Wars, again, basic commands. And also it helps students to understand how games are made, how students get points when they're playing games, how they lose points, and how these are programs. They understand how games work. AI for Oceans, this is brilliant. There are lots of fascinating facts about the pollution in our oceans and what needs to be done about it. Students will also understand how data is collected and how AI uses data. Very useful. Dance Party, some very basic music theory. Students learn to count the beats. Also creativity. They can have their characters dance in the way they want, and they can have a whole team of dancers, and it's very, very fun. It also shows about how animation is made, and it's a very, very creative activity. App Lab, this is also a brilliant activity. A little bit more advanced, but it teaches students the very basics about how to make apps. And there are some scenarios to go through to make an app with like categories for science, and also they make a torch and all sorts of different things. Very, very good. And if you're coming up to Christmas and you want a Christmas coding one, check out the Grinch activity. Also a lot of fun. What I recommend is you click on the links and go ahead and enjoy those activities. And then please give me some feedback. Finally, some other resources. Scratch coding is superb. Minecraft Education Edition is also wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed listening. Please